Okay, so it is live streaming now, so we can get started. So this should work now, and let me send a link to the parents as well. I'll send that later in a bit. All right. Okay, so it is live streaming now, so we can get started. So this should work now, and let me send a link to the parents as well. I'll send that later in a bit.
Melvin, I don't know how to access chat.
Access this chat.
Yeah.
So there should be a chat button there, but I'm not sure how to help you there with that.
How to get, I
Pardon?
think you click on the three buttons and then you get the chat.
The three dots.
Yeah.
That says more.
Okay, so screen share now. Screen. Perfect. So this is working. All right. So which question? So we've just finished that question, and then let's continue with the next few. All right. So Joel, question number 27 of quantitative reasoning. So this one, Joel?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go through that. Jaden is 23 years and 1 month old. Patra is 18 years and 7 months old. Megan is as much older than Patra is younger than Jaden. The age of Megan is what? Right. So for this question, what we do essentially is we write down the ages of each one of them. So we have Jaden at 23 years and 1 month. And then we have Patra at 18 years and 7 months, right? So between Jaden and Patra, how many years are there?
5.
5 years, right? Well, is it actually 5 years? Are you sure?
4 and something.
Sorry?
No. 5 and 6 months.
How many?
5 years and 6 months.
Okay.
4 years
Well,
and 6
I
months.
don't.
4 years.
Are you sure it's
4 years
sorry?
and 6 months.
Okay. 4 years plus 6 months. So that's a total difference between that's a total difference in age between these two individuals, right? So if I were to rub that out, we have 4 years, 6 months is the age difference. And what's half of those? The half of that is the distance between Patra to Megan, and then from Megan to Jaden. So 7 months plus 3 months is, well, actually 4. That becomes 2 years, 3 months. So this becomes 10 months, and this becomes 20 years. So Megan's age is 20 years and 10 months. Do you understand that, Joe?
I don't.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Melvin,
Yeah.
why do you have to divide it by 2, 4 years and 6 months?
Because that's the difference between Jaden and Megan. Now Jaden and Patra. Megan's age is exactly in the middle. That's why.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got this question correct, but it was kind of hard for me to understand even at that time. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't say in the middle of Petra and Jaden. It just says much older. So I would assume it's the like biggest age or
So it says Megan is as much older than Petra and is younger than Jaden. So it's basically saying that, like, for example, let's just say I'm 24 years old, and then my cousin is 12 years old, and someone says Asher is as much older than my cousin as he is younger than me. So what that means is that Asher, let's just say if I put Asher's age at 18 years, Asher would be 6 years older than my cousin, and likewise he's 6 years younger than me. So he's like in the middle.
I didn't understand too.
Which part, Arush?
Yeah. Yep. I didn't understand the question.
Which part about the question?
Like, you know how you halved it?
Yeah.
So I don't get that part.
Yeah, so it's because the question is saying, okay, so it starts off with saying that Jaden is 1 year. So like this age, right? Jaden's up here. So if I were to rub it out and I were to rewrite it, Jaden is here. No, thank you. All right. And then Megan is here. Jaden is 23 years and 1 month. Megan is 18 years and 7 months. And the question is saying that, sorry, not Megan, Patra. I got the name wrong. Patra. Do you understand this, Arush?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let me just close it. All right. So what then it says is that Megan is as much older than Patra as she is younger than Jaden. So this should say as she is younger than Jaden, right? But this is pretty much the same thing. It's saying Megan is as much older than Patra, is younger than Jaden. So Megan is right in between those two. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
to find out her age, you just find out the distance between these two, and then you halve it, because that will be the distance here and the distance here. You understand?
Yep, I understand the whole question now.
Okay. Naveen, question number 24 in abstract reasoning. Let's take a look.
I meant quantitative.
Quantitative?
Yeah, I actually wrote abstract.
That's all good. All right. All right. So here we have the shape. Zainab and Aaron, is it like, did you guys put your hands up earlier and forgot to turn it down, or?
no, I actually need.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. What's your question?
After Naveen, can I please do question 22?
As in, you want to go through it with us?
Yes.
I'll
For
think.
abstract reasoning, not math.
Yeah, if we have time towards the end, I'll think. I think I can try to do something like that. But yeah, so and then Arush, your question?
Thank you.
Question 15, abstract.
Yes, you have to send it in the chat. Aiden?
Yes.
You have your hand up. Is that by accident, or
No, I have a question.
what's your question?
Quantitative question 11.
Right. So guys, just a heads up. I won't take your questions if you have your hand up like that. You'll have to send it in the chat. And I'm going through the list of the oldest question. And then I'm going one question per person. So for example, Naveen sent question number 24. I will take his question because he sent it at 4:22. And then I have everyone's questions there, and then I'll do one per person. And yeah, so I'll try to get through everyone.
So does the quantitative question that I didn't understand count as my
No.
question?
It doesn't count as a question, no. All right. So Jeev and Shafna, do you guys have a specific question or
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, what's your question? Is it like a number that you question number that you want to go through? Because if it is, you just have to send it in the chat.
No. Could you explain how you for question 27 how you half the age thing?
Yeah, so their age is 4 years and 6 months. So half of 4 years is 2 years, and half of 6 months is 3 months.
No,
Yeah.
I mean how you got the 20 years and 10 months.
Yeah, so the total distance between these two is 4 years and 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means if Megan is halfway in between, that means it would be halfway of half of this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if Patra is 18 years and 7 months, you add 2 years and 3 months to 18 years and 7 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Shafna?
So for question 27, so for so what I meant to say is for Jaden, like how do you find the difference? Because can you please explain that again? Because I couldn't see it.
Sorry, I don't follow. Like, what do you mean?
What I meant is like, can you like explain how you found the difference? Because I couldn't hear you then.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
So you just do subtraction. So you just do 23 years minus 18 years and 7 months. 23 years and 1 month minus 18 years and 7 months. So you subtract them and then you'll get 4 years and 6 months.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So the rest of you guys, I see your hands up. Send it in the chat. I'll try to go through it. All right. So Naveen, question number 24. Sorry for the delay. All right. If this shape is 20 centimeters long, what is the area of the shaded shape? So let me rub it out. Okay. So what that means is that this whole shape, this total distance is 20 centimeters. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone clear about that? Yep. Awesome.
Wait,
So
Melvin,
yeah.
could you repeat that, please?
So I just said that the whole shape is 20 centimeters.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I said. All right. So now that we have that clear, now that the whole shape is 20 centimeters long, one thing we can tell straight away is that the diameter of this circle is the
You made a
same.
mistake with the numbers A and D. They're the same.
Oh yeah, so we fixed it in the correct version. Like, so in the on the Sunday class, it's been fixed. It was the new print said 50 times pi. But yeah, and as I mentioned, I would prefer if you guys send it in the chat instead of unmuting and then speaking. Same as everyone with their hands up. So Aaron, Asma, Shanvi, could you guys please send it in the chat instead of having your hand up? Thank you.
Not really about my question. Not really about the real question, but I didn't get to change the answers because I couldn't see the screen.
Okay.
Okay.
But okay. So would you like me to go through this question or no, you don't want to go through this question?
Yeah. So I just say,
Sorry?
yeah, I do want you to know.
Okay. Yeah. So for this question, so the whole shape is 20 centimeters long. Now, what happens then is like the first thing, okay, most of you would assume that this is this plus the distance of the square plus this radius of the circle should all add up to 20. So most of you would think, all right, this is 5, this is 10, and this is 5. Now, there is proof as to why those shapes are that. And the proof is, all of you should know that the diameter is basically the distance from, for example, in a circle, the diameter is from one end to the other. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the radius is exactly half of that, right? So what we know here is that this is, so here we have the diameter, here we have the diameter, and here we have the radius. So what that means is that the one side of the square is the exact double of one side of the circle. So you don't need to think too deeply about this, but all I'm trying to say is that this part is equal to 5, this part is equal to 10, and this part is equal to 5. So far, so good, Navi?
Yeah.
Yep. Shanvi and Tanisha, is this like an urgent question you guys have your hand up for?
What is the kind of symbol in the answers before the after the number?
This? So it
Yes.
means 20 squared. So like to the power of.
Oh, thank you.
Melvin, I just have two questions. I didn't really get, like, when you explained question 31 about how the large circle one goes second.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't find the 3 dots for the chat.
So I'm so sorry, Shanvi. I can't help you with like technical issues. All right. And then, by the way, Shafna, Shashwant, Aaron, guys, if it's not an emergency, like specific question, could you guys send it in the chat? I'll try to get it to you later because it's very distracting for me as a teacher trying to teach, and then I'm just seeing all these hands go up, right? So unless you have something of utmost emergency where like you want me to do something specifically, like I would prefer you to have the hands down. Okay, so it seems like you have an emergency. So Aaron, what's the emergency?
I don't have my hand up.
Okay, it says you do, but Anay?
Well, how will you know that it's 10 and 5 and 5 for the circles?
Okay, good. So that's an interesting question. So the reason you can know that, Anay, is because, so, Anay, would you agree that one side of the square is equal to the diameter of the circle?
Yes.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And would you agree that all sides of the square is the same length?
Yes.
So then, Anay, my question for you is, would you agree then that this distance here is the same as the diameter of the circle?
Yes.
Yep. And then, Anay, so that would mean that would you agree that the radius of the circle is exactly half of the square length?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Melvin.
You get it?
Yeah.
Good man. All right. Shafana, like is this an emergency? What's the question?
I kind of have to leave soon, so can you please like go through my question? Because I have to go in a few minutes.
So unfortunately, Shafana, I'm trying to be fair for everyone. So because of that, it's always been first in the chat. That's the question that I try to get through. So I can't do that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Which question is it though?
It's question. Wait, let me find it real quick. It's question 28, abstract reasoning.
Okay. All right, so let's do this question first. So here we have the shape, and then we found out that the radius of the circle, so the radius of this radius is equal to 5. The square is equal to 10 here. And then this, the radius of this circle is the exact same, right? 5. Right? All right, now, next, what we need to do is we need to, actually before that, let me ask you this. What shape do these two semicircles make? What do they make?
A circle.
A circle. So in total, we're trying to find the area of two circles. So area of a single circle, area is equal to pi multiplied by r squared. right? So in this question, we know that r is 5, so 5 squared. So area is equal to pi multiplied by 25, right? And since we have two circles, it should be a is equal to pi multiplied by 25 multiplied by 2, which is pi multiplied by 50. And that's why it was 50 pi. So we had a mistake, so we doubled this up. So the Saturday kids didn't get this correction there, but the Sunday kids had this correction. It was changed to 50 pi. Do you understand that, Naveen?
Wait, how did you get 25? That's the question.
Sorry.
Wait, never mind. Wait,
Okay.
how did you get 25 actually? Yeah, how did you get 25?
5 squared is 25.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. Thanks.
How many mock exams are there?
5 in total.
Oh, okay, thanks.
All right. So next, let's take a look at question number 28, abstract reasoning. So here. Okay. So in this question, let's take a look at if there's a pattern going across. So the first thing I wanted to look at is the feature of the black color, because usually that's the easiest to kind of identify. So if I'm going across, it went +1 to background, so +2. And then from there, it went 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it's going across, the pattern is +2, +4. I'm not saying this is the pattern. I'm just testing things out, trying to see if this makes sense or not. In the next row, it went from the bottom section, it went to the background, and then to the first, to the very top. So it went +2 again, and then it should go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the background. So it goes +4. So, Alam, is it Alam? Sorry, Shafana?
Yes.
Does this pattern make sense? +2, +4?
Yes, it does.
Yep. So the next one is at the background. So from there, it should be +2. So 1, 2. So the answer should have the black at the second section here. And the answer is, Alam, what's the answer?
The answer is C.
Good girl. Do you understand?
So is that row or column?
It's going across the row.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Next, we have Ahad. Which question would you like to do? 9 or 3 first? Ahad?
Let me check. Nine.
9. And then from which exam?
Abstract.
Abstract. All right. 9. Okay. So in this question, Ahad, how many different features do we have?
The lines.
Yeah, so we have the circle, the star, and the missing line, right? So in this question, Ahad, how many different features do we have? So Hariesh, Aaron, could you guys please stay muted, boys? Come on, don't make me remind you guys. Come on.
Sorry. Sort of me.
All right. So, so in this question, we have 3 features. So let's map these features out. So the first thing, first rule in mapping, Ahad, do you remember what it was?
Make a dot.
Yeah, draw the dot. And I want to start off with the circle. So the circle is on the left-hand side. So it go right, it's at the bottom left, it could go top right, it's at the bottom right, it could go top left, and then it's at the top, so it go to the bottom. So the circle is on an 8-sided map. And I'm going to fill it in. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to 2, Ahad, how much does it move by?
+1.
Good man. 2 to 3,
+2.
3 to 4.
+3.
Next one should be plus.
4.
And that should get us the circle at the very bottom. Do you understand?
Up.
That should bring the circle in the final image to the very bottom. Do you understand?
Yup.
Is that a yes or a no?
Yes.
Okay. So which answers can we cancel out then?
C and D.
Good man. Now, in A and B, we're left with the star in the exact same position. So, Ahad, does it make any sense for us to map the star? No, right, because we already know the star has to be in the bottom right. So let's map the missing line. So once again, we're drawing a dot. So I'm going to draw the dot here, and then 8-sided map here. All right. The missing line starts off here 1, then it goes here 2, then it goes here 3, and then it goes here 4. 1 to 2, Ahad, how much does it move by? Good man. And then 2 to 3?
+1.
Yeah. 3 to 4?
+2.
Next one should be?
+1.
Good man. So the missing line should be at the bottom right corner, and the answer is?
B.
Good. Seth, what's wrong? I'm seeing you do a lot of reactions. Seth? Okay. Next one, Sangamesh, question number 24. Which subject is that in?
It was in quantitative, but we already did it.
All right, good man. Next we have Shashwat, question number 8. By the way, Shashwat, I'll be going to the office today, so I'll be picking up your writing and then sending your score, okay?
Okay.
All right. I didn't forget about you. How did the badminton tournament go, by the way?
Oh, good.
Good. Did you win?
Oh no, they will say the results like around this week or next week.
All right. Let me know how you go. So
Okay.
is it this question number 8?
Yeah.
All right. So the question says, if the miner made exactly $175 million of profit, how many diamonds did the miner sell? So, Shashwat, in which areas, like which 2 places do we make $175 million of profit? We make it here and we make it here. So how many diamonds do we sell to make that much profit?
90K and 150K.
Good. And which one makes sense here?
150K.
Right. So the answer is A. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right.
Excuse me, Melvin.
Yes.
Can you go through, since you already did question number 24, could you do quantitative reasoning question 1 and 2?
All right. So Albus made $80,000 as a principal of a high school. How much did he pay in tax this year? So in this question, let's take a look. Albus, so which tax bracket would he fit in, Albus? Sorry, not Albus, Sangamesh. If he makes 80,000, which tax bracket would he fit in?
The second one?
That's the third one, right?
The third one, yeah.
Yeah, third one. And what's the tax you pay in the third section?
You pay 8,000
Plus?
$40% on every dollar above 60,000.
Perfect. So 8,000 plus 40% on every dollar above 60,000. Now, how many dollars are there above 60,000 to 80,000?
20,000.
Good man. So that means that he pays $8,000 plus 40% of 20,000. What's 40% of 20,000?
8,000.
8,000. And the answer is? 8,000.
1,000. Yeah, 8,000 plus 8,000 equals 16,000.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Zainab, question number 26. Is that quantitative reasoning or is that abstract reasoning?
Quantitative reasoning.
Quantitative reasoning. So this question here, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So this question wasn't hard in the sense that it didn't require too many, I guess, difficult maths. What was hard about this question was just the division aspect of it. So it's saying that you have this number, which is x, 7, 8, y, and these have to be replaced by different numbers. So in the first option, we have 1, 7, 8, 0, 4, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5. And the question is asking, but oh, sorry, Sunghi, what's your question? Is that how I say your name, by the way? Hello? All right. So, the question is, out of these three, which one is divisible by 55? Now, 55 is broken up into 5 and 11. So to make your life easier, you could either divide everything by 55 and then try to see if they perfectly fit. Or another things you can do is check whether they're divisible by both 5 and 11. Now that makes life so much easier because we know that any number that's divisible by 5 must end in a 0 or a 5. Do all of these check out?
Yes.
Yeah. So what you can, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, we just have to check if they're divisible by 11. So when you do all of that, 1780 divided by 11, I think it gives you like, it gives you decimal points. 6785 divided by 11 gives you decimal points as well. But then 4785 gives you a perfect division, and the answer is B. Do you understand?
Melvin,
Yeah.
Yes.
can you repeat the sentence you said before?
Like, where did you hear it? So all I was saying, Shafana, by the way,
Yeah.
how do you pronounce your name?
It's Shafana.
Okay, yeah, Shafana. So basically, all I was saying was that if you divide by 11, whichever number divides perfectly will give you the answer. Now, the first and the third one will be giving you decimal points, and B is a perfect answer. Now, D is pretty silly. There's enough information for you to solve it. So it's, it's not that answer.
Melvin,
Okay.
Yeah.
why did you divide by 11?
Because so another way to check, well, again, it's just a silly thing I did. You can just divide by 55, but 55 is broken up into 11 and 5 because 5 times 11 is 55, right? So if you just check if it's divisible by 11, it could tell us whether the whole thing is divided by 55.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, next question we have, let's see. Anna, oh, when are we doing writing? Okay. We're not doing much writing. I think I might go through it a bit later.
Is it about to do?
Could we do question 20? Oh, so many of you did question 27, but we've gone through that, so that's easy.
22.
Nataya, question number, which one do you want to do? 23 of quantitative or 20 of abstract reasoning?
20 of abstract reasoning.
Sorry?
20 of abstract reasoning.
20 of abstract reasoning. Okay. This one, Nataya?
Yeah.
All right. So in this question, so the first thing we did, Nataya, is obviously we're so used to mapping. So we mapped it out. We try to put in, we know it's a 3-sided map, and we put in where all these different shapes will go. And when I did that, it doesn't seem to make much sense, right? Because it goes +0, +1, +1. Now, Nataya, if you have +0, +1, +1, can you tell me what could come next? Is it another plus 0? Is it another plus 1? Is it a plus 2? It's not easy to tell, right? Hello?
Yeah, it's not easy.
So for example, Natalia, let me ask you this. If I give you plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, what comes next?
Plus 4.
Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
What if I tell you plus 1, plus 2, plus 1, what comes next?
Plus 3.
Plus 3?
Plus 2.
Plus 2? Good. So both of this are very simple, straightforward, logical patterns, right? But if you have 0, 1, 1, what comes next? Is it another 0? Is it another 1? Or is it a 2? You can't really tell, can you?
No.
No. So we know that the mapping rule doesn't make much sense. So instead, all I'm doing is I'm looking from this image, so first image to the next image and seeing what's happening. From the first image to the second image, the only thing that's changing is these two stars switch places. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
And then from the second image to the third image, the only two things that change are these two swap places. Got it?
Yeah.
Then these two swap places. And then these two swap place. Do you see a pattern there?
Yeah.
So the next one, what should happen? The left two should swap places. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the final answer should have the 5-point star there, the sun, and then the 4-point star there. Hopefully you understand what that looks like. Do you get it?
Yeah.
And which one of the answers makes sense for that?
I don't think that having the sun in the bottom.
Sorry, did I make a mistake?
I don't think the sun, like, in many of the answers, sun is
Switch,
like,
switch. Sorry, one second. Let me just double check. So that's switches, star and that. And then, oh, sorry, these two should switch. My bad. I messed up. So the star, yeah, the sun, sorry, should be there. And then the 5-sided star should be here. And then the 4-sided star should be there. So my bad. Which one of the answers now makes sense?
C and D.
C and D. So cancel out A and B. All right. So now let's look at the black color. The black color goes from the background to the bottom, to the top left, to the right. And where should it go next?
To the middle.
Well, do you mean the background?
Yeah.
So I'll give you a clue. So let's just say 1, 2, 3. It started off here, right, in the background.
Yeah.
Then it goes here 2. Then it went here 3, and then it went here 4. Where should it go next?
The background.
Background. So the answer is?
D.
D. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Kavya, question number 4, abstract reasoning. All right. All right. So question number 4 would be something like this. So here we have 2 features, right?
I think I got that one mixed
Okay.
up. It was question for quantitative reasoning.
Oh, apologies. So this one here.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so like I didn't really understand 3 and that's why I couldn't get 4.
Okay. So question number 3, Kavya, it says Harry and Ginny are married. They can file their separate incomes of 60,000 and 40,000, or they can pay that, or say that they made a total of 100,000 and pay tax on that, right? Do you
Yeah.
understand that so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. So from there, what it's saying is that so what it's saying is that if you were to make 60,000, so well, you know, like you can see if you make any difference in how much tax you pay on these different amounts. Now, Kavya, on $60,000, how much tax would you pay?
Um, uh, 8,000 plus 40% on every dollar above.
Yeah.
So technically 8,000.
Yeah, technically 8,000. So I've had someone reach out and asking me like, hey, 60,000 is here and 60,000 is here. Does it make any difference on how you calculate it? Well, how many dollars from 20,000 to 60,000 is 60,000 essentially?
4,000.
40? 40,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 40,000. So, and what's 20% of 40,000?
8,000.
8,000. So do you see how it's the exact same?
Yeah.
Continue from there. Yeah, good. So we have 80,000 there. Sorry, 8,000. Sorry, oops. We have 8,000 there. And then in 40,000, how much tax do you pay on that?
20% on every dollar above 20,000. So 20% on $20,000.
20% on $20,000, which is?
I don't know how to calculate that.
Yeah, so basically all you have to do, Kaveh, is break it down into like small steps. So what's 10% of 20,000?
200. I mean 2,000.
2,000. So what's 20% then, which is twice as much?
40,000.
Well, twice of 2,000 is?
Oh, 4,000.
Good girl. So if they pay separately, they pay a total of how many $1,000?
$12,000.
$12,000. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. Now, if they were to, for example, on the other hand, just say they made a total of $100,000, what does the tax table say? How much tax do they pay?
$24,000.
$24,000. So, which one do they save more money? Is it better for them to pay tax individually or together?
Individually.
And the answer is A. And then how much they save is 24 minus 12,000, and the answer is
12,000.
Yeah. Do you understand?
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All right, let's see next set.
Excuse me.
All right. Yeah.
This is a serious question.
So I'm not taking it. So send it in the chat.
I need to spell the word soup. How do you spell soup? Is it SUOP?
I'm not answering that. That's a silly question, man.
No, I promise on my life, I don't know how to spell soup. Please.
Aaron, I'm taking a class here. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm taking a class here for about 100 students, all preparing for the GATE exam in 4 weeks, right? And I have 2 hours to answer at least everyone's questions. And I'm not spending this time answering how to spell soup when you can Google it. Surely that's a simple Google search away, right? So, Aaron, after this class, I can have a chat with your dad about this, and we can discuss what we can go from here. So let's answer some serious questions now. So Chanupa, you have question 8 and 5. Which one would you like to do first?
Question 5, please.
Question 5. Awesome. This one here?
Yep.
All right. So in this, it says Lily paid 24% of her income as tax. What was her income tax for the year? Now, you can do this question 2 ways, Chanupa. Option 1 is you can look at the value itself, like 24 percent and then kind of try to work backwards and try to figure it out. Or you can use the options here. And the options are actually fairly easy, where you can use common sense to quickly cancel some of these options out. Does option B make any sense? If you make $20,000, how much tax will you pay?
Zero.
None.
$0, right? Perfect. If you make $24,000, how much tax do you pay, Chinuka?
4,000.
Good. No, well, not 4,000. Take a zero away. Well, actually, no, sorry. I actually had to multiply by 2 and then take a zero away. But basically, Chinupa, it's every dollar above 20,000. And how many dollars are there between 24,000 and 20,000?
4,000.
4,000. And what's 20% of 4,000?
800.
Sorry? Sorry?
800.
Yeah, good man. $800. Is 800 24% of 20,000? Hello?
Sorry, it took a bit of time, but yes.
No, it's not. So, for example, like 800, so 800 over 24,000, right? It's like 8 over 240, which is around what? 4 over 120. It's close to about 4%. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not option A, not option B. 200,000, how much tax do you pay?
Uh, mm,
So just read the table.
84,000.
Yeah. So 84,000 of 200,000 is same as 84 over 200, which is 42 over over 100, which is 42%. Do you understand?
Oh, now I understand.
So it's not 24%, is it?
Not.
And then finally 100,000. If he makes 100,000, sure, if she makes $100,000, how much tax does she pay on that?
24,000.
Good. And what's 24,000 over 100,000? It is, take away the zeros, what do you get?
24.
Over 100, which is? 24%. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So that's how you get that question.
Excuse me, Melvin.
Yes, Asher.
When do we have our break?
Do you guys need a break?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
No.
I'll give you guys a quick 5-minute break. Come back at 5:17. By the way, before we go, I just want to like remind everyone of what I just said earlier to Aaron. Guys, we have less than 3 weeks to the GATE exam, right? And like the Zoom class is just something additional that I'm doing because I have made this time to spend with you to go through some questions with you, right? Now, there's a lot of kids who want to be in the Zoom class who can't, and they're watching live. And, you know, it's just something we're doing extra to help you as much as you can. So I hope you take this class with the seriousness that it is, and also treat each other with respect and fairness, right? I'm trying to help everyone as much as I can, but I can't do it if you guys don't pay attention. So for example, one thing that I've noticed is that some kids don't pay attention and ask me to explain the same question multiple times. Another thing is you guys spam the chat, like just constantly spam it. And as someone who's trying to teach, it's very distracting because I have my iPad here where I'm, helping you teach. And then in front of me is where I'm looking at you guys so I can see your reactions, see the chat and everything. And then when the spam happens, it's very, very hard to like focus, right? I'm multitasking. And then lastly, the other thing is, be patient because I'm trying to help everyone. I'm trying to get everyone's questions in, but obviously it's 2 hours and there's 100 of you and you guys have 100 different questions, right? So it's impossible for me to get through every single one's question, but you can still learn from one another when I'm going through someone else's questions, right? So just a small few reminders. Hope we don't have the same sort of issues again. But yeah, I'll give you guys your quick break and I'll see you in about 3-4 minutes. Okay?
Excuse me, Melvin.
Yes?
Could you scroll back to question 5? I just got to do my notes.
Yeah. Sylvina?
Oh, that was an accident. Sorry.
Okay. That's all good. Shashwat? Sashwant?
Yeah.
Do you have your hand up?
Can you please do question 31 abstract reasoning?
Sorry, Shannon. So it has to be in the chat. So if it's in the chat, I'll try to go through it. Right? All right. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back.
Baby.
Da, da, da.
So let's get started. Okay. Up next, we have question number.
Melvin,
Yeah, Seth.
I didn't answer you because I lost my voice.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I didn't answer you because I lost my voice.
Oh, okay, that's all good. That's all good. I was just wondering why you were doing all these different reactions.
Sorry.
That's okay. Tia, question number 10 in abstract reasoning. So this question, Tia?
Yes.
Yep. All right, awesome. One second. Can you guys hear my dad like cooking? Is it too loud?
No, I can't hear anything.
Okay,
I don't hear
cool.
anything.
No. No.
So question number
No,
10.
I didn't know your dad was cooking.
Question number 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, awesome. Question number 10, we have three different features, right? So we have an arrow, we have a black circle, and then we have a gray circle. So let's see how they're all moving. So starting with the black arrow, Tia.
Yeah.
What sort of, okay, so let's fill it in. So it starts off here, 1, 2, 3, 4. From 1 to 2, how much does it move by?
+1,
2 to 3,
+2,
3 to 4,
+3,
and next one should be?
+4.
So the arrow should stay facing left. Do you agree?
Yes.
So it has to be A or C. Now in A or C, the gray is different and so is the black. So let's try the gray first. So let's map out the gray. So Tia, how many possible locations can the gray go to? What map would it be?
8-sided map.
Good girl. So it'd be 8-sided map. So we'll start off here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to 2 is plus.
1,
2 to 3,
+2,
3 to 4.
+3,
And then next one should be plus.
4.
And the answer should be facing the top left. So the answer is?
A.
Good girl. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. And finally, the pattern for the black is basically wherever the arrow was pointing in the previous image, that's where the black is. Do you see that?
Yes.
And then it should be here. All right. Next we have so Aiden, question number 11 in quantitative reasoning. This one here, Aiden.
Yes.
All right. So this question is not hard. It's just like hard to visualize in your head because of how big the numbers are. So Aiden, in the question, when you mine 110,000 diamonds at a price of 4,500, what's the
Yes.
profit you make?
You make -5,
-5. So what does that mean? Does he make a profit or a loss?
a loss.
Loss. Yeah. So he makes a loss of how many million?
$5 million.
Good. So what that means is that, Aiden, the miner sold 110,000 diamonds at a price of $4,500 per diamond, and he still managed to lose $5,000. Okay.
Yes.
So let's find out how much money he made. So 110 multiplied by 45. I'm going to get rid of, Aiden, the zeros first. Do you know why I'm doing that?
We can add the zeros afterwards.
Perfect. So this now, because so how many zeros are we taking away?
6.
Yes, good man. So we're taking away 6 zeros. And now we're left with 11 multiplied by 45. What's 10 multiplied by 45?
450.
Good. And what's 450 plus 45?
495.
All right. And now we add back the zeros, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what number is this?
495 million.
Good man. So the miner made $495 million selling the diamonds, and he still lost $5 million. So how much do you think it cost him to make the diamonds?
500 million.
Good man. So to put that into easier terms, let me explain it to you this way, Aiden. Let's say you bought some IC poles from Woolworths for let's just say, actually nobody knows how much money you bought it for, right? Let's say Aiden bought IC poles from Woolworths for X dollars. Okay, Aiden?
Yes.
You sold them at the school for $7, but you made but at the end of the day, you still made a loss of $3. How much did it cost you to buy the IC pole then?
$10.
That's right. Because your cost is how much money you made plus the profit, or plus the loss, or minus the profit. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So that's how you do that question.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Om, question 11. So that's easy for us. Shreya, that was question 11. That's easy as well. Tanisha, question number 24. That's easy. That's done. Yogita, you'd like the name in the next mock exam. All right, I'll try to do that. In fact, at the end, I'll ask you guys to send, your preferences, and I'll try to put your names in it. Patra, you're welcome. I just saw your message. Clarence, question number 25. This one, Clarence?
Yep.
All right.
No, the abstract reasoning one.
Oh, abstract reasoning, my bad. This one, buddy.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's take a look. So, Clarence, how many different features do we have in this question?
3.
Good man. We have 3 different features, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's now figure out how they're moving. So first of all, let's do the black, because that seems pretty easy. The black has 4 possible locations, so it starts off here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to 2 is plus?
1.
2 to 3?
2.
Good. 3 to 4?
1.
All right, next one should be plus?
2.
Good man. So the answer should be up here, and the black is at the top. Do you understand?
Yep.
Perfect. Yes, Sanjay?
In GATE, when we're doing abstract, can you use the mapping strategy?
Why not?
Because if you're getting good at it, it would be good for the timing.
Obviously, yeah, it'll be, the thing is, like, obviously the best way to be really fast at abstract reasoning is to be a genius and then see these patterns straight away. The next best thing is to make sure that every pattern you see, you're able to, like, logically, do it correctly. So when you become good at mapping, you're able to solve it fairly quickly and in a logical manner. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So for example, Sanjay, like, if I'm being very honest, a lot of times, like, one of the ways I prepare for these, because the other teachers help me make the questions, right? So I help coordinate different teachers. They help me make different questions. And then we have different people who are in charge of, checking for quality and stuff like that. And what I do is I just sit there and I try to solve the questions by myself. And essentially, because I'm not teaching it, I'm able to do the mapping so much faster. When I'm teaching, for example, a mapping might take me maybe 30 seconds to draw out. But if you're actually doing it, it might take a couple of seconds. It's really, really easy. And especially when you do enough of it, when you do so many mapping, what then happens is you straight away look at a question and you can tell which map it is. So for example, you know how I keep telling you guys for question number 25, or sorry, for mapping, what's the first step I always tell you, Sanjay?
And put a dot.
Draw a dot. In reality, I don't do that. I know straight away, for example, when I look at question number 24, that's a four-sided map. And then that this is a four-sided map this way. Do you understand? So I
Yeah.
just do the map straight away and then I go like start fill it in. But it just comes with practice. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. So let's do the next dot. So I'm going to do this dot, Clarence. The next dot, we're going to do it like this. So it starts off here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to 2, how much does it move by?
1.
Good. 2 to 3?
2.
Yeah. And then 3 to 4?
3.
Yeah. Next.
4.
So the dot should come back to the exact same position, right?
Yeah.
As this, and the answer is?
D.
All right. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Let's see. Next, we have Ishita. Which question would you like to do first? Ishita here?
Can we do question 9?
Yeah, we can do question
For
9.
quantitative.
Yeah, this one here, right?
Yeah.
All right. What is the least amount of diamonds at the above prices that the miner needs to sell to at least break even? So here it shows a different number of diamonds. And what can you see, Ishita? If you sell more diamonds, do you make more profit or less profit?
Pardon?
As you sell more diamonds, right? As you go down
Yeah.
like this, right? Do you make more money or less money?
You keep making like, I don't know.
You tell me.
Because there are negatives.
Sorry, there's still the negatives, but what do you see about the negatives? What's happening to them?
They're going like less.
So what does that mean?
You're making more money.
That's right. And if you take a look here, what do you see?
You're still making more money.
That's right. So the more diamonds you sell, the more money you make. Now, the question is saying, what's the least amount of diamonds you need to sell to make to break even, right?
What does break even mean?
So it means not to make a loss, not to make a profit. So where is this the point where you stop losing money? Do you understand?
Oh, okay, yeah.
70K.
Sorry?
It's 70K.
Yes, yeah, okay. All right. Anyways, so Ishita, do we like what's the least amount of diamonds you can sell on this map or in this table?
50K.
Yeah. Do you break even with 50K sold?
No.
No, we're making losses all the way through, right?
Mhm.
And then what about 70K? Do we finally make a profit? Like, do we finally break even?
Yeah.
So what's the least amount of diamonds you need to sell?
Oh, 70K.
You understand?
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. Shashwant, question number 19. This question, Shashwant. Shashwant?
Yeah.
Is there another question you want to do?
I found out the answer for that. Can you please do question 31, abstract reasoning?
All right, let's take a look. This one here.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, this is a good question to teach everyone another concept or another idea, right? when you guys see this question, whenever you see this question, what is there a consistent number of is there a consistent movement that's going on?
No.
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 No, right.
No.
No.
No, no,
Whenever there is a
No.
consistent movement of
No.
objects around something, or the
No.
thing rotating around, and the number of things are also changing, usually the pattern could just be a pattern of like the number of objects. By the way, Deepinder and Midun, could you guys stay muted, boys? Thank you. All right. So let's take a look. If you go across, Shashwant, how many clouds are there?
4.
Good. How many hearts are there?
4, sorry.
Oh, 4. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm wrong. 4 hearts, right? How many stars are there?
4.
Yeah. And then how many circles are there?
3.
Good. Let's see if that makes sense. In the next row, how many hearts do we have?
4.
Yeah. How many clouds?
4.
How many stars?
4.
And then how many circles?
3.
Good. So in the final image, how many hearts do we have so far?
3.
So we need one more heart, right?
Yes.
How many clouds do we have?
3.
So we need one more cloud. How many stars do we have?
2.
So we need 2 more. And then how many circles do we have?
2.
So we just need 1 more. And the answer is?
Oh, sorry, it's A.
Yeah. Good man. Yeah. All good?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you find the
Wait.
difference between
A and C, right?
yeah, different?
Yeah, that's what I was just checking right now. A and C. I'm pretty sure there was a difference. I think it was like how they move. Let me just double check.
I did find some kind of moving pattern, like it was like in different positions, so I got the right answer, but like, I don't know how.
So the difference between A and C is how they're organized, and
I just realized that.
yeah, I was just looking at because it has to be A or C, but what's the difference?
Me too.
Let me just double check the answer key.
No, just open it.
All right, let me get back to you on that, Shashwant.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it has something to do with how they're arranged. All right. Next question we have. Let's see. Sorry, my computer's glitching out. It's running really slow. Sorry, my computer's just really running slow. Okay. Kate, question number 31, abstract reasoning. Oh, perfect. We've just done that. Ella, question number 7. Ella, which question is this?
Quantitative.
Quantitative reasoning. Okay. Okay. So Emma picked weeds for 4 hours and earned $7.50 per hour. Then she raked for 6 hours and earned $8 per hour. What were Emma's average earnings per hour for all 10 hours? So Emma earned 4 times 750, which is?
I meant another question.
Oh, sorry. Which one?
Actually, no, it was something else. Never mind.
I'll give you a
already
moment
did
to find it. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ow.
Next, let's see. We have. All right, Vidula, which question would you like to do first?
I'm in abstract reasoning or math?
In any. So you've sent me a series of questions. So which one would you like to do?
Can I do question 22 in abstract reasoning?
All right, let's take a look. This one here, right?
Yes.
All right, so this question is like, okay, so a lot of you would first think, okay, so the circle's getting smaller, smaller, smaller. The circle got, oh, bigger. So the circle should get bigger, bigger. And the only answer that would make sense for that, oh, well, actually we have B and D, but then D's facing the wrong way. So the answer is B, right? Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
And it's getting smaller, smaller, smaller. But the actual pattern, Vidula, is
Yes.
that this line here is going -1 each time on 8-sided map. Okay.
Hmm.
And this line is also going -1 on an 8-sided map. So this is going anti-clockwise, and this is also going anti-clockwise. Sorry, clockwise. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's how it works.
Oh.
I don't
Say
understand.
question number 32. Which subject set? All right, I think Seth is not here.
Excuse me, Melvin. I found out how to do 31.
How do you do it?
You see in 31, you see like there's one cloud in the first section here,
Mhm.
and then there's another cloud in the next one, and then there's two clouds here.
Yeah.
And then next there's two clouds first. That means the two clouds up here is
Yeah.
traveling back to the star.
It's sorry, what? Sorry?
You see the two clouds at the top, top corner,
Yep.
and then down below it travels to the first block, and then it travels to the one next to it.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how you do it.
Okay. I don't know. I don't personally see that. That's okay. Next one, Sungi Beck, are you here? Seunghee. Hello?
You mean
right.
Sandy?
Up next, Sylvina, which question would you like to do?
23 in quantitative reasoning, please.
So this one here, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this one had a typo in the wording. We changed the question to make it slightly easier for you guys. The original question was 3 identical dice were rolled. What's the same number? And then we changed it so you guys can do like easier multiplication to coins. But basically what you're saying, is like, is a number, it's just heads. Like the question isn't wrong. It's just the wording is wrong. So 3 identical coins are tossed, rolled, tossed, either way. And the probability of the same number, same face appear on them is what? So what's the probability of getting a heads in a coin toss? Sylvina?
1/2
Yep.
or half.
Now imagine you have to get the same half again. the probability, so like let's just say if it's the same number on each of them, if you were to describe it, you would say, I want to get a heads, and I want to get another heads and a heads and heads again.
Huh?
So Serena, could you just unmute it, please? All right. So Serena, whenever we see the word and, what does it mean in probability?
Like all of them.
Oh, sorry. Yes, all of them. It has to have both of them. But is it a multiplication or is it addition?
Multiplication.
Good girl. And the reason is whenever you multiply fractions, the number gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And it has to get smaller because the probability of you getting the same thing again and again and again is a very, very low probability, right?
Yes.
So it's 1/2 multiplied by 1/2 multiplied by 1/2, and that is equal to
1/8.
Yeah. Do you understand?
Not really.
Okay, let me explain it to you another way. So Silvina, let's say I make a bet with you, right? And I tell you, okay, imagine Silvina, I will buy you a Nintendo Switch, okay? And the condition is you have to make you have to toss a coin and you have to get a heads, okay? What's the probability of you winning the bet?
1/2.
And that's also 50%, correct?
Yes.
But now I say, Silvina, in fact, I want you to make 2 heads in a row. Do you have a higher probability or lower probability than before?
Lower.
Lower. And you can see that when we do it, when we say 1/2 multiplied by another half, and you get 1/4, correct?
Yes.
Which is 25%. So before you had a 50% chance of getting your Switch, Nintendo Switch, but now you only have a 25% chance. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. And then finally, Silvina, I tell you, in fact, you have to get 3 heads in a row. So it is 1/2 multiplied by 1/2 multiplied by 1/2, and that's equal to
1/8.
Which is 12.5%. Do you understand?
Yes, I get it now. Thank you.
Yep. Awesome.
Excuse me, Melvin.
Yes.
Shouldn't it be 2/2 multiplied by 1/2 multiplied by 1/2? Because it doesn't say that you have to get a head. You can get either a head or a tail on the
Good.
first.
You know, you raised a very good point. So I actually thought of that as well, right? But the reason I stuck with this is even though it doesn't say it has to be heads or it has to be tails, the way I'm thinking about it is you have to get the same thing either way 3 times in a row. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's why it has to be 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. The question you're referring to is before in Loyola. I remember there's a few questions that said, okay, imagine if Ohm and Silvina went to Hungry Jack's or McDonald's and they're ordering a frozen drink. What's the probability that they both ordered the same drink, right? So in that case, for example, like let's just say there's 3 drink choices available, right? It's not exactly 1/3 times 1/3. The probability is actually just 1/3 because Ohm decides which one he chooses, whether it's mango, Sprite, raspberry, or whatever, right? And Silvina just has to make sure that's the same as the ones before. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Let me think about it. But I mean, the other way to think about it is like, again, so imagine you're doing a test, right? And sometimes in tests, you have questions where, okay, theoretically, this could also make sense. But in this question, if you were to do that 1/2 times 1/2 times 2/2, right? that should give you 2/8, which is 1/4, right?
Yeah.
Hello? And none of the options make sense for that as well. So that kind of directs you into the idea that, all right, it has to be 1/8. Do you get it?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I'm getting a. Is that you guys? Are you guys on Discord or something? Hello?
Why are you on Discord in class?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
I'm getting the Discord notifications.
Yeah, I
What
have
happened?
it.
How do you get Discord in class?
Same.
All
I
right.
heard it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I heard it as
I
well.
heard it.
I heard it as well.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So the reason I asked was because Loyola, all of the teachers, we talked to each other on Discord. So they were messaging because there's a lot of messages coming through, but that seemed odd, and it wasn't them. So I was wondering if it was you guys. All right. Let's go through 3 more questions.
Melvin?
Yeah.
I asked you to do a question an hour ago, or like more than an hour ago, but you haven't still done the question.
Yes, Shri. So right now, the question that I answered for Sylvina asked me that question at 4:33. So what I want you to understand is that, like, at when we started this class, 100 students sent their questions at the same time. So I'm trying to get through all of them, but it's like obviously impossible to get through all of them because, like, let's just say if it takes 5 minutes per question, it just takes a long time. So right now, the next question is from Theo at 4:33. Actually, I'll like prove it to you guys. I'll show you. Sylvina's question was at what time it was, and that I'm not like, skipping anyone. So let me.
The time I joined was I sent the question like only like 1 or 2 minutes after I joined. So I wasn't actually here because we were struggling to get in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm trying to get through everyone's questions. It's not that I'm ignoring your question. Like, for example, Sylvina's question, I'll send it in the chat for everyone. It was sent back at 4:33.
I've actually been asking since the start.
Like, have I not gone through any of your questions?
Mine's at 4:23.
So, and I've gone through a question of you already. That's why I haven't gone through the other questions afterwards.
You haven't gone through any of my questions yet.
Who's this? Arush?
Yep.
All right, let me just double check. But yeah, guys, I would really like some sort of empathy. I'm trying to get through everyone's questions, and unfortunately, sometimes I might not get through everyone's, but that's just the situation it is.
Melvin,
Yeah.
I have a question about the 3 identical coins question you just answered.
Yeah.
The thing I did, I thought you made a typo when it said coins, so I thought it was dices. So I did the numbers on dice is 6, and I did 6 times 3, which was 18, so I thought it was 1/8.
Okay, so, well, see, you just got really lucky there, but even then, if it was dice, the way you would do it is 1/6 multiplied by 1/6 multiplied by 1/6. Do you understand? So that's like 36 times 6, which is
1/216.
plus, huh? 1/216?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, next question. Oh, I lost track. It's gone all the way down to the bottom because I send a question right now in the chat. If you guys want to resend, it'll literally be just first come, first serve now. Who sends the next question will get their question answered. So that's question number 28. All right, let's take a look. Is it quantitative reasoning or is it abstract reasoning?
Quantitative.
This one here? Is it this one here?
Yeah.
All right. So we have 35 bucks. We have 7 boys. Oops. We have 7 boys who take 7 hours. 5 boys, 7 hours, my bad. 5 boys, 7 hours, 35 boxes. Someone told me very smart idea, which is 5 times 7 is equal to 35, and that gets us that means that 3 times what equals to 60, which is 20. That also works. But a way to split it up and doing it, doing it in step-by-step sort of fashion would be you say, well, 5 boys take 7 hours to do 35 boxes. That will mean that 1 boy in 7 hours can do 5 boxes. Or 1 boy in did I do that wrong? Yeah, 1 boy, 7 hours, 7 boxes. Or 1 boy in 1 hour can do 1 box. Then we have 1 boy in 3 hours can do 3 boxes. So that means we need, in 3 hours, if we want 60 boxes done, we need 20 boys. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yogita, what do you mean you don't understand what I said?
Sent me like this photo of the chat.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't to you, it was sent to like everyone. It was just showing you that, the question that I got up to was still, from 433. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
And also, was it how many people messaged you?
Oh yeah, 99 plus messages. But
Yeah.
it's more than that. It just caps out at 99. All right, next, we'll take 2 more questions. So question number, let's see, 35. Natasha, which question is this? This one, Arjun?
Yes.
All right. So Arjun decided to buy 14 shakes, 6 chocolate bars, which cost him $37. While Emma bought 2 shakes and 12 chocolate bars, which costed her $22. Determine the cost of 3 chocolate bars and 5 shakes. So Natasha, the first thing you do is you write down what the question says, right? So do you understand what I've done in these first 2 lines here?
Yes.
All clear?
Yeah.
All right. Next, what I did was, Natasha, I multiplied by the top equation by 2 because in algebra, we can't solve it if there's 2 variables, okay? So if I multiply the top equation by 2, it becomes 14s multiplied by 2 is what, Natasha?
28.
Good girl. 6c multiplied by 2 is?
12.
And then 37 multiplied by 2 is?
Seventy-four.
Good girl, 74. Now 28. So now what we can do is 28 minus 2 is equal to what?
26.
Thank you. Yeah. And 12 minus 12 is?
0.
Thank you. And then 74 minus 22?
52.
All right. So that means that 26 shakes is equal to $52. So 1 shake will be?
$2.
Good, $2. So 1 shake is $2. So now that we know that, we can replace this S here with $2. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So 2 times 2 is?
4.
Plus 12c, the same 12c is equal to $22. 2 times 2 is 4. 12c is equal to $22. So I move the 4 across. So 12 chocolate bars is equal to 22 minus 4. 12 chocolate bars is $18. 1 chocolate bar is $1.50. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now we know the price of 1 chocolate bar and 1 shake. So the question was asking the price of 3 chocolate bars and 5 shakes. So 3 times 1.5 is 4.5, and 5 times 2 is?
10.
So 4.5 plus 10 is equal to?
14.5.
Good. I'll leave it up here for a second if you want to take a screenshot of this or take some notes for the question.
Melvin,
Yeah,
why did we multiply it by 2?
so that we can get rid of one of the variables. So we got rid of the chocolates. So 6C multiplied by 2 gives us 12C, and that way we can get rid of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we do question 15 abstract?
Can you zoom out?
Melvin, can I take notes
Of
of
course you
question
can.
35?
Yeah.
Melvin,
Yeah.
Could you scroll back to question 11 because I didn't finish taking the notes for that one.
All right. I'll let you guys take a screenshot for the interest of time. So here's page 1. Here is page.
Can we do question 15 abstract?
Melvin, I haven't finished page 1.
All right. Here is page 1. Guys, just take a screenshot of it. Here is page 2. Here is page 3.
Melvin?
Here is page 4.
Can we do question 28, abstract reasoning?
I won't take questions over the microphone. All right. So this page, here's page 1 of abstract reasoning.
Oh, thank you.
Here's the next page. Here is page 3 of abstract reasoning. All right. Here is the next page. And here's the final page. All good?
excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Gino?
Could you go back to quantitative reasoning question 35? I haven't took the screenshot yet.
Yep.
Can you also please stop on page 1 because I was out of the meeting?
Okay.
Thanks. I mean for abstract reasoning. Sorry.
Excuse me, Melvin, are there going to be 2 classes or just 1?
What do you mean 2 classes?
Is there going to be a second Zoom class or because?
Just this one.
Oh, okay.
Melvin, when will we go through writing?
Sorry?
Go through writing?
Sorry, Shri, I can't hear you.
When will we go through writing?
So I'm not going through writing today. I went through all of your questions today.
Okay.
Melvin,
Question number 25, final question for the day.
Melvin,
Yes, Gwyneth?
can I take a screenshot of the last page of quantitative reasoning?
Mm-hmm.
We do question 15 abstract.
That's literally what I was doing.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Question number 15. So in this question, how many different features do we have?
3.
Are you sure?
Four.
Four.
I think
Four.
it's 4.
All right, so let's take a look. So gray is going +1, and then it's going all the way here, and it's going +1. Seems a bit odd. Sorry, can you stay muted? Dwanit, Midun, Ria, could you guys stay muted? And Arush, please. Okay. So yeah, so we have +1, and then it seems to have gone all the way here, and then went +1. Let's take a look at the black. Black went +1, +1, and it went all the way across. Well, we're seeing a pattern. From here, the gray skipped, and from here, the black skipped. All right. And then the striped went +1, +1, and it skipped. So one thing you can notice right away is that they're all seem to skip when they get to this edge or this edge, which tells me that there is a line in between where gray only travels in this side and the other colors travel on this side. Except for the missing one, which seems to go around. So it starts off here, goes down 1, then goes down 1, and goes down 1. All right, so let's figure out the gray first. Gray should close +1, and it should go +1 to this place here. Cancels out D, cancels out A. Black goes +1, +1, and then black goes back to the top here and should go +1 here. So the answer is C. Let's figure out the striped just for making sure we're on the right track. Stripe 1 goes +1, +1, and then it goes all the way across here, right? And then it should go +1 one more time. That checks out. And then the missing shape, oh, it went all the way here, and it should skip to the very top, and the answer is C. Do you guys understand?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's it, everyone. I'm going to end the lesson there. I'll
Melvin,
see
you ask. Bye.
I'll
Melvin,
see you guys next week. Yes?
can you do question 32 in reading for last mock exam?
Sorry, no, I'm ending the lesson there, Jayshawn.
Will
Okay.
you ask who wants to be in the
Bye.
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 Good day.
See you, Melvin.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Will you
Bye.
Bye. Will you ask who wants to be in the mock test?
Yes.
Melvin,
Yes.
I'll be in the mock
For
test.
the notebook competition, where will it be held?
So on the final mock exam, we will ask everyone who wants to submit it, and then we will take a look, and then we will give the prizes on the masterclass day.
So it's
What's
going to
the
be on the fifth mock
masterclass?
exam?
Sorry?
And what's the master class?
So we have an extra session on the 7th of March.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
Can
long
you
is
submit it online?
It'll be in person. It'll be at Murdoch University.
when is the
Oh, okay.
Melvin?
Yeah.
Can my name be in the mock test?
Yes.
Alright, thank you.
If you want your name in the mock test, just send me a message now in the chat.
Melvin,
Yeah.
like how long is the gate masterclass? Is it 10 to 3 like all mock tests, or is it like a separate?
It'll be 5 to 7.
Oh,
Melvin,
Yeah.
because I can't find the chat, can my name be in the mock test?
Yes, I'll send a message in the chat so I remember.
Melvin.
Yeah. By the way, I can't promise anything, guys. I'll try my best. And I'll try to put your names in, okay?
What is the hardest mock test?
They're all pretty much the same difficulty because all the questions are from the same sort of question bank. We just mix them around.